It's about to begin.
These hands
used to be mine, but they never were gonna be mine again. My hands, they're dry, but I gotta keep washing them dishes every day.
Now that I've changed color, I've also decided to grow in a different direction. Welcome back to the Jack of the Shadows podcast, season 3, episode 1.
Woot and woot.
Woot and woot. I'm Eric VC, and as always, I'm joined by my favorite Jules and Vern, Adam and Dave. Say hello, Adam.
Adam,
Hey,
what's your
Vern.
feeling? What's your pleasure? Oh, so I'm Jules,
Hey.
obviously. You just said,
Hey, Vern.
Oh, no, you said Vern. Okay,
Vern.
so I'm
Yeah.
Vern and you're Jules. All right.
Evan, I'm a Julie.
Adam's
Hey,
run
Vern.
the Jules.
Okay.
Yeah, heck yeah, I'm gonna go run them jewels.
I thought you said he's wearing them. I'm like, true, he wears more jewelry than either of us do because he's married.
Together,
so.
as always, we are the VC boys, and for
He's
this
not
episode,
wearing his
we are
ring.
starting our new book, Crossroads of Twilight.
New
it's a
book,
new book.
perhaps? Does
New
that mean
season?
a new season?
New season, new book.
I'm going to season that book.
The prologue of
This never
Crossroads
better be
was
seasoned.
pretty
Nice.
long. So for
Pretty
this
darn.
episode, we will simply be covering that.
Simply
This has happened
salacious.
before.
Yes,
It
yes.
has happened before. I
This
think
is-
once.
This has all happened before, Adam.
It's all
These
happening.
things do not happen.
I tell you, these things happen.
But until these things stop happening, this thing will not happen. Because the prologue is particularly plot heavy, we're going to focus on that rather than discussing any character development. So
Some nice
we'll
alliteration,
start with
particularly
our
plot
view
heavy.
from Dragonmount before moving
Oh.
on to What Shook Your Willow,
Gross.
and then wrapping up with Coplin of the Week and Who Leveled Up.
You know, if there's a character to talk about their development, I will still do it.
You will still develop
I'm
characters.
still gonna develop some character.
Are you
All
going
right.
to just be plot exposition at the same time?
No, that's me.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's Eric's role.
I'm the Expo and he's the Devo. Before we start
And
our
I'm
view from
Vern.
Dragonmount, let's talk a little bit about this
Hey,
book.
Vern.
According to Wikipedia, this book was released on January 7th
He's
of
going to tell.
2003.
He's going to tell.
Upon its release, it immediately rose to the #1 position on the New York Times bestseller list for hardcover fiction, making it the third Wheel of
am
Time book to reach the #1 position
Number
on that
one.
list.
3 fingers.
The other two were Path of Daggers and Winter's Heart, which immediately preceded this book. So we're on a run of #1s. It remained on the list for the next 3 months.
Fisticuffs.
It's 30 chapters long and has an epilogue. And Lord
That
of
is-
Chaos is the only other book we've read with an epilogue.
Is this the least of amount of chapters in a book that
No,
we
It's
read?
I
gotta
don't
be
think
Winter's
so.
Heart, probably. Well, I don't know.
No,
Winter's Heart might have had the same, but it was definitely shorter than this.
I feel like there was a book that had 27 chapters. I feel like
that also depends if your
but
prologue is
I could be
missing
completely
sections,
I could be
too, though,
completely
so-
wrong. So let's-
27. That's
Let's move ourselves over to the time machine in the corner of the room and set the date for the third age, location, a view from
I'm getting
Dragonmount.
into my hot tub time machine.
Woo!
please. Lizzie Kaplan it up.
Is he Cavarici it up?
A view from Dragonmount.
Did either of you have a pair of Z Cavaricis?
No.
No, they were too
No,
expensive.
of all of us, that would probably be me. And
Yes, it would
I
definitely been you.
never bought the old Z.
Well, what was more
you
expensive
dressed
at
more
that?
in the breakdancing attire than any of us did.
What was more expensive? I mean, I had some jams, but what was more expensive
Those
at that time?
Eric had the nylon parachute pants.
I
The
had
gray
some.
ones.
Several. A review from Dragonmount. Rodel Iralde, a Domani general and one of the Westland's 5 great generals known as the Wolf.
Not the grizzled wolf, whose name is...
Gareth Bryn.
Yes!
Yeah.
Good call.
Couple of different wolves in this story.
Yes.
Several.
Only
If we
a
include
lot of
the
different
Perrin,
kind of
the mope.
wolves.
Perrin who
I thought
runs
the
with
mope
wolves.
was the special one. but
And
no.
what was Perrin's guide to
Oh,
the
F-
to becoming the wolf being? What was his
F-
name? F.
F-
Murray Abram.
Elias Machera.
There we
Elias,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So the wolf is riding with his army, seeking to reunite the country of Aradoman, which has been torn apart by the dragon spawn. Rodel Tiralde is one of the 5 great captains
Or even
of the
Rodel
land.
Tiralde.
And
Who are
we
the
know
other
who
4?
the 5 great captains are from the Fires of Heaven, chapter 27.
Do we
The 5
now?
great captains of the Westlands are
Hey, Eric,
Aglamar
who would they
Jagad,
be?
Davram Bashir, Gareth Bryn, Pedron Niall, and this old guy, Rodel
Wait a
Iturralde of
second.
Aridoma.
So, in the 5 captains, 2 of them are named Wolves or Wolf.
I mean,
yeah, 2 of them are have a
a little
nickname that
much.
has the word wolf.
That's a little
A lot of
much.
wolfing going on.
They should have. It's a little weak. It's too much.
Yeah, not
let's just
very
make sure that
creative.
is Gareth Bryn's nickname.
The Gray Wolf.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's his
it
nickname.
sounds about right.
What if it's not?
But we're not talking about him really. We're talking about Iturralde, and he
All
has
right.
been sent order. He has sent orders to all of the land's nobles as part of a trap he's hoping to spring.
Oh,
King.
we are 100% wrong.
Oh,
He does not have a formal or widely used nickname in the books.
I swear he was called the Gray Wolf.
We thought so too, but
Well-
we are doing what's that thing called where you
False memory, but
Revisionist.
no,
you're
that's not it. The one where you
History.
it's like what imagine that Shaq was in another movie.
Oh,
It's also
that's the
very
Mandela-
possible
it's
that
the
your
Mandela
source
effect.
is
Mandela
It's the
effect,
Nelson
yes.
Mandela effect.
that your source is not right. Oh man, that's frustrating. King Al-Salam has been sending him orders
Screw that
ever
guy.
since he was hidden away by the Merchants Council, and the orders have been completely crazy. They're sending him one place, then another. Every time he gets somewhere, it seems like whatever he was supposed to interrupt has already occurred
It's almost
or
like there's
never
chaos
occurred at
going
all.
on.
Can I ask a dumb question as usual? Should I know who this Aslam dude is?
He's been briefly mentioned
Yes.
before, but he's not been really involved in major stuff that we would know about.
We do know who Al-Salam is because we have. I mean, Aradoman has been in a lot of turmoil. He has been a subject of a lot of confusion. Also, we know from the Path of Daggers, chapter 12, that Grendel has forged at least one letter from Al-Salam to Iturralde. And we also know from Lord of Chaos, chapter 6, that she has several of Al-Salam's relatives as her pets.
You know,
So,
Yeah, his plans aren't going well.
no.
whose plans?
Aslam's quote unquote plans.
Well, we
to
don't know whether or
Aitur-
not he
Aiturralde.
actually has
Walden.
any plans whatsoever. But
True.
Iturralde
Or
is
if
not
he's
having a
alive.
great
Is he
time of
dead?
it because he's being ordered around and clearly being manipulated for many of these orders.
Do we know that this guy is still alive?
We don't know for 100% certainty that Al-Salam is alive. No.
Okay. Well, that's a fun thing to.
I mean, yeah, right.
Chew
And I
on.
mean, in fact, with Grendel sending these forgeries, it's possible that that she might have killed him, I suppose. But I don't know why she would need to do that since her letters are clearly creating the chaos she desires.
May
so
I
there's
say
no,
that she
no
may
point.
do it? She may have done it because he was ugly.
That right. That is possible.
Yeah. She was like, sorry, you ugly.
I think that's right.
Iturralde is
You're gonna
arranged to meet some Dragonsworn at Lady Osana's hunting lodge under protection of the White Ribbon, which is a protocol where men pledge under the light and their souls in hope of salvation not to draw a weapon against each other or shed blood. Which,
I really appreciate a person that has a hunting lodge. You can really respect that.
unfortunately, we don't know whether or not Lady Osana is still around for her to enjoy your appreciation of her hunting lodge.
Another one that may or may not be there.
In Lady Osana's abandoned hunting lodge, Iturralde meets Lord Shimron, a member of the Domani court, who is familiar to him. Iturralde then informs the gathering that King Al-Salam has requested that he gather men from wherever he can and strike at the Shan-Chan, who
Wherever,
also
just
seem to
pick
be
him up along the way. Get him out of the trees.
right. Yes,
Bring them
Yeah.
along with you.
Yeah.
As long as they're ripe and willing. Nah, it doesn't matter if they're willing.
Nah, it
just
doesn't
get
matter.
them.
Right. Their willingness is not part of the equation. We know that a gray man attempted to kill the messenger who brought this to Iturralde, which would signify to me that this is not one of Grendel's forged missives, but I could be wrong there. It could be a forgery of hers that one of the other Forsaken has discovered and has decided to thwart or tried to. So without his king's permission, Iturralde offers the Dragonsworn a truce as long as the Seanchan are a threat, which is an interesting choice.
That's a big deal.
I think so, yeah. Seeing as
I
how
mean,
they're the major problem in the area. Well,
kind of weird, but
I guess the Seanchan are the major problem in the area.
and
Yeah,
they,
but I
like
do love
toilets,
how-
are everywhere.
I do love how much respect this wolf does get from these folks. They're just so impressed about this guy, and they're like, "Oh, if anyone can do this, it'll be you, you old not gray wolf,
And you just
you younger."
you wolf, you wolfy dude, you.
You wolfalicious.
Wolf bop.
Iturralde's plan is to enter Terabon along with several hundred small groups of Terabon armies dressed in Seanchan armor. The group would attack all on the same day across all of Terabon, and then the Domani armies would lead the Seanchan north towards some type of ambush, which we're not privy to understanding.
It does sound like a good plan if you can collect enough men.
If you can collect enough men and if you can coordinate it so that they all attack all up and down
the
without
same
the use
time.
of cell phones on the same day.
No, they got beepers. It's a little before cell phones.
Okay,
beepers.
yes, right. The old Westland beeper.
Right.
They're giant though. They're made out of wood.
AKA the pigeon. It's a special pigeon.
It's like a Morse code. It's just got like the little thing on a spring.
It's a pigeon that flies and goes beep, beep, beep. It's a beeping pigeon.
No, what the pigeon does is poop on you. It drops a little poop on your head. And that's your signal.
I don't.
It's time to go.
No, that sounds like a terrible way to communicate.
As opposed
Pooping
to
pigeons.
Pigeons going beep.
Yes, I mean you don't have to clean off a beep.
Maybe.
Yeah, and that's how you get bird flu. Maybe
Right.
they didn't have it back
There you
then.
go. Yeah, that is how
Opening
you
their
get bird
mouths for
flu.
it. I mean,
In
No.
this third age.
All right,
an
so
age known to some as the
That-
swine bird flu.
Birds weren't as promiscuous then, so they don't have the bird flu.
It's okay. There's whoring
I'm just
birds
assuming-
out there.
I'm just assuming that's
I
how all
mean,
these things go.
You're assuming that's the problem is the
They're out
promiscuity
there.
of foul.
Well,
our
someone.
current-
This fool, Iturralde, has plans upon plans, though, that we don't know about yet. So he's like, well, if this doesn't work out,
Yeah.
there might be something
There is,
else.
might have
he
a
does have a
backup
backup plan that they don't describe, that they don't inform us of.
I think
yeah.
he has two of them.
That's
All
called
right.
So-
plans with it. Wasn't that a chapter? Plans within plans?
Yes, I think there was a chapter that was
I
titled
think,
that.
Dave, it was called Plans Stacked Like Flapjacks.
I like that even better. Plans
That was it.
stacked like flapjacks.
Plan Jacks.
Flapjack plans.
For flapjack.
Yeah.
For me, that'd be 2 because I don't eat more than 2.
Oh, well.
So
Your
then
plans are not
we
grandiose.
join
No, they are
Eamon
not.
Valda, who patrols the
My
outer rim of his
plans
army a month after the Seanchan have taken Amador.
Boo!
Yeah, agree. Well, it's Amador, so it's the White Cloaks. Which are
Who do you really care if anything bad
Who are you
happened
more
there?
upset by? Who would you be more upset by? The White Cloaks taking over the Seanchan, or the Seanchan taking over the White Cloaks?
They're both hate channelers.
I know this is why this is a tough question.
I think
I
I would
don't-
almost
I-
prefer the Seanchan.
I do too.
All
Even though
right.
I think
Because
that's
the
the
White
wrong
Cloaks
answer.
would kill the channelers. The Seanchan would just enslave them and
Right.
use them for nefarious purposes.
Well-
But the Seanchan seem to make the land better, but I don't know that the White Cloaks don't necessarily either.
No, I think the difference is the White Cloaks seem to be hypocritical, whereas the Seanchan don't really. They tell you
Yeah.
what they're doing, and they
Yeah.
sort of.
That's what I was
They're
going to
like,
say.
"Hey,
they're
we're
they're
bad
saying this is
people.
what we're doing.
We're going to let
And
you
then the
know
White
we're
Cloaks
bad
are just-
people.
The White Cloaks are trying to be like, oh no, we're the holiest. We
Right.
we adhered like to this, but it's just absolute bonkers. Also, they don't seem to like women, so
I don't know if the White Cloaks are hypocritical.
Oh,
They're
I
just
think we've
bad.
got a lot of instances of their hypocrisy.
Well, I think those
I
are
mean, it's been-
individually bad people.
Yes, it's
but-
been individuals. It hasn't been the organization as a whole.
Yeah.
But there have been
Yeah, we
quite
do
a
see
few
it
of
through
them. I mean, we've got a couple of drunks. We have
I
we
think
have a
you'd
couple
to
of
be to deal with that.
we
dark
have
friends.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
but
and then
that's apparently
zealots who seem to take it too far.
Yeah. Lord Child Bayar, for
we
example.
haven't really, because the Sean Chan
Is he still
society is so extreme to begin with. We haven't really. There's not a lot of room for hypocrisy because
I think they're more brutal though.
Yo, they are. Well,
They are
I mean,
definitely
Asanawa is
well,
pretty brutal.
But
The
just
questioners
the way of, like,
are pretty brutal.
I'm talking the way of the society runs. Like
Yeah.
it's just accepted to assassinate anybody and everybody, and like that's okay. That's how you rise to succession. Like the white cloaks, you do that, but you can't let anybody know.
Right.
It has
Well,
to be on
that's
the
what
slide.
that's exactly what we're saying. That's hypocrisy. Right.
Well, I don't think they would.
But-
if they found out, they would kill you too in the white cloak society. If they
Dave,
found out
it's-
in Sean Chan land, they'd be like, "Ooh, good for you."
Yeah, but it's just a bunch of dudes hanging out.
Agreed.
True.
Not a great balance for
No.
the
No,
society.
it's just
it's a
I don't-
sausage
yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's some
It needs women.
not what I want to be around.
There needs to be some gender balance for
The
sure.
women that seem to be around seem to be like, unfortunately, more gays, not treated well.
Yeah, except somehow not killed.
She's central figure, Adam.
We learned that Eamon Valda has given up on finding more gays. And speaking of more gays, and
Hey, there I was
with
setting it
her
up.
his plans for Andor.
That was
right?
unintentional.
So he's not doing that anymore. We also learned that Galad has become a very successful and popular officer.
You know what? I'm becoming Team Galad. I am.
At this point, yeah, it's like everybody likes that guy apparently, and he can't use him anymore because everybody likes that guy.
Based on Valda's recollections, King Aelron has been killed futilely trying to defeat the Sean Chan.
Aelron was the king of what?
Amadisha, I believe.
Okay.
It seems from this prologue that the Sean Chan have taken over much of the West Coast.
Oh, boy.
So
Goodbye, California.
they have left. They've been
Don't worry,
Rand
the
is,
earthquake will be.
Rand has put a major dent into their presence in Ilion, but here on the West Coast, they seem to be pretty prevalent. So,
They kind of attacked by ship, right?
well, they
So I guess that
arrive by
makes sense.
ship.
Well, they arrived by ship, so I guess that makes sense. But that
At a certain
did
point,
they
they're going to
arrive
have
on
to.
the West Coast?
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Okay,
That's yes.
yeah.
Twice.
Okay. Yes.
Once they
Twice.
were beaten back, and then this is wave 2. While surveying his camp, Valda smells something vile, and then that disappears really, really quickly. I thought that this was a golem because it's incredibly foul and it disappears almost immediately. And I feel like we've had reference to the fact that I feel like when Matt had the golem sneak up on him when he was clambering through the rooftops in Tyr. When Matt was in Tyr, when he was sneaking across the rooftops in Tyr, when Rand and the Aiel invaded, that's the first time when I think I remember there being a pungent odor associated with the golem.
But the golem's
Okay.
going to be near Matt, so I don't know why it would be over here.
I don't
But they
either.
can just like blink. Can they blink in and out?
Because remember, the
Just
golem
appear
is
and then-
sent to kill specifically.
I mean, if the golem are being used by the Forsaken who can travel, so of course the golem could pop in and out of different locations if it's in direct relation or in direct communication with one of the Forsaken.
Okay.
So the question is, if it is a golem, to
Heck's
your
it doing
point,
there?
David, why is it there?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And not only that, but like, we know the golem were created for a specific purpose.
Here's the thing. We also know that Usanawa is a dark friend and
Right.
Asanawa, yeah. I always screw that name up. And so the golem may be there because he is being watched.
Yeah, maybe.
Or there's something else that needs to be done in that camp.
Or there's something else that isn't a golem that just stinks.
Well, that's what is thought upon by Valda here. He's like, I gotta check these latrines.
Yeah.
My guys are getting weak.
Dysentery.
Valda is visited by Asanawa. And the two men argue
Yes.
over an Andoran army in Murundi and whether or not the Aes Sedai are in civil war as well. And then finally a soldier appears at the door and tells the council and tells them that the council of the anointed have arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And the two men go to meet the council, and we get the impression from Valda that he may have plans for Asanawa's life.
Well, not to mention they got plans on the witches. Don't forget,
So
they
this
got
is-
plans. The witches must be destroyed.
This is the thing.
He seems like he has plans that are going to happen in 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Valda whose family members are getting killed off because he met with the Murdral
Right.
that gave him orders from Shaitan. So, and he hasn't followed them.
You
So
know,
that
normally-
would be why the golem would be there, is to kill him.
Oh, that's a really good point. If he's not following them,
I guess, but to me that doesn't make any sense, because why waste a golem on this guy when the Forsaken could literally just travel in, bap, you're dead, goodbye.
well, I just think it's Pot and Fane. So
That's another option. We know Pot and Fane is associated with the White Cloaks. Hasn't been for
again,
a while.
Pod
He's
and
been
Fane can't travel, and the thing that makes
hope
this
not.
stench remarkable is that it disappears instantaneously. Not humanly. It doesn't dissipate as somebody slowly moves into the distance. It's there, and then immediately it's gone.
I mean,
Which would imply the supernatural. Which, yes, Pod and Fane is, but Pod and Fane
a different
can't
sort
just
of-
disappear.
well,
He has a remarkable affinity for popping in and out of places.
Sure.
he sure does. Maybe he just jumped inside of some creature he killed.
Maybe he found a way gate and just disappeared through that. Who knows with this guy?
So Asanawa and Valda seem prepared to clash at some point.
I never like feeling sorry for Dark Friends, and I don't feel sorry for Valda, but I sure feel sorry for his family getting bumped off because he's a piece of crap.
That's
well,
true. But
that
maybe his
doesn't even
family
begin
is
to
also
describe
just
how awful he is.
maybe they're just tiny pieces of crap then.
Maybe.
The family.
Yeah. Let's pretend they're bad too.
They're just as bad as their dad.
Right.
And
there you
their
go.
brothers and their cousins. And
Trolloc.
however,
He doesn't
however
have
many
children.
of these are.
He
How
is a
many of
children.
these are there?
So then we move on to Gabriel and Tovane, who walk behind Logain in the woods just outside of the Black Tower's limits.
Clippity-clop.
It's been 2 weeks since they were captured
Since you
and
looked at
bonded.
me.
Gabriel and the 51 other Aes Sedai sent by Elida to destroy the Black Tower still seem determined to see
makes a
that
total
mission
of
through.
52, Adam, just in case you didn't know.
We get a sense
many.
of what life has been like as bonded women for these two and the others.
Well, you can just refer to these two as the Tavern Light Skirts from here on out. The Tavern Light Skirts.
Gabriel
love
wonders
it.
what Tovane is playing at with Logain, and Tovane quickly tells Gabriel when she is around, Tovane can almost completely go unnoticed. So there seems to be a little bit of a rivalry between these two for
Well,
Logain's attention.
One of them's sleeping with Logain. I'm thinking she's going to get the attention.
One would imagine. After a
That's true.
while, they're met by a tall
Stop being that
Mishrael
13-year-old boy.
who informs Logain that
Pond scum.
the Mohail has given him permission to travel as a recruiter.
This is worse than Pond Scum.
Yeah, he's gross.
I think Pond Scum has a purpose.
Yeah,
Yes, it
feeds
does.
the
It
frogs.
cleans the pond.
Mm.
Well, it brings the junk to the
It
surface.
brings the pond. It brings the ponds to the party.
Mm.
So
Yes.
Mishrael is a very, very arrogant and
milkshake in the yard.
unlikable Ashaman. So yeah, it's definitely annoying and a sign of exactly what's going on at the Black Tower, that this guy has now become a recruiter.
There is a division
I think that
amongst
this guy quite.
the Germans.
I hope that he dies.
Violently.
Really? Okay. Don't pull
Violently.
any punches
I-
there.
All right, maybe not dies,
He
but
needs
if
to
he
meet
doesn't die, I hope he gets
Pod and
stuck
Fane's
inside of the
dagger.
bottom of some sort of tower that has no escape.
Tovane then surreptitiously tells Gabriel she must ensure the two women travel with Logain. And Gabriel wonders
Yeah.
why Tovane can't feel the sense she is gaining from the bond that Logain is preparing for war.
Yeah, it's a good little mix that they got going on here,
I like it a lot.
and this thruple.
Right.
Hmm.
You think it's a good mix?
Threipens thruple.
I don't think it's a positive thing for any of them.
Okay, then
I think
they're
it's
not a good mix.
I think it's a good mix to explore for this book because it's not any good.
You think it's good for
not
getting
actually any
information
good for
to
them.
us?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Logain and Gabrielle seem to be happy, so
Yeah.
Anybody gonna draw any conclusions from what this impending war that Logain is preparing for might be?
Yeah. So where do you think he's going to go off to? I would
He's not
imagine
going
that would
off
be
anywhere.
What do you mean? Where do you think he's gonna go off
he's
to?
staying right where he is and battling it out with the Mahale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
What
the
else could
Mahale.
this be? Yeah.
It's got to
And
be the
good.
Mahale.
So it's
I
gonna
mean,
be.
we don't know.
I
Logain
just
and
love
Tyne.
Logain. I just love Logain now.
You know what? He's Gawain, and he
This
was
black
previously
tower ain't
Gawain,
big
and
enough for
now
the both
he's
of us.
Galad. Like you kind of
That
like
is
him
true.
now. You didn't like him.
I
before.
do like the looks that he's given to Gabrielle because he's just like, I'm just going to mess with you because I know that you're really into me.
Well, he also knows that she's into him because
How did
she's
I
gathering
start this out
information.
with what is this war coming to, and then we got here?
Because it's all
Because I'm saying
it's a
I like
circle of light, Eric.
Logain.
It's a circle of light.
I'm saying I like Logain, but yes, it's going to be against the doofus of doofuses that is only existed because Rand has just been like, see ya.
He's like, Dark Tower? What Dark Tower?
Right.
I don't know
Hey,
what's
look at
going
all
on.
this. Hey, check
They're
out all my stuff I just
fine.
made.
He'll
I'm
be
just gonna-
fine.
Look how big this place is.
Let's stick
Guess
a bunch
who's
of
running
partially
Not
mentally
me.
insane people together with massive powers and see what happens,
Yeah.
and then ignore it completely.
Hey, guess what?
It's
I buried some
Chernobyl.
landmines around this area here and there. Good luck.
I don't even know if he knows that the red women are there.
I'm just gonna set up this nuclear reactor using this build-at-home kit that I found, and then I'm gonna leave it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm going to barely train the people on how to operate the place.
I'm not gonna train them at all. I'm gonna leave this other guy I found to train them.
And then we'll
He's
keep
trustworthy.
pulling more reactive nuclear material
Right?
inside.
Yeah. And we're just gonna.
And by the way, they both claimed to be what I am
Right.
at
Yeah.
one point.
They'll all be fine.
Yes.
Let's ignore it a little while
It's like
longer. I
Lincoln's
have bigger
cabinet
problems
of
to deal with.
rivals. All right, so we then join Yukiri walking with Maidani, who she knows is one of the ferrets sent to the tower by the rebels.
Yukiri.
Kinda like that.
Yukiri.
They're also following Atuan Laraset, who they know from Talene is of the Black Aja. They've also learned that Galena Casbin is Black Aja, along with Tamail Kinderode. It seems these Aja hunters are hot on the trail of Alviarin as well.
They're honing in.
I have a question that I hope that one of you can explain to me about this section.
Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out.
Yukiri was thinking about the fact that if you're a dark friend in the tower, you are attached, you know about one other.
I don't
The
think
person you report to.
the person you report to, but I don't feel
But
like
that's
they understand how. Yeah,
Yes.
they get it, but I don't. They know, but I don't think they believe how isolated these cells are.
Were they not saying that there were 3 attached, but
They-
one of them doesn't know about the other 2? They only know about one?
Yeah. There's obviously
Yeah.
been a structure put in place so that if a single
Compartmentalization.
person is captured, it doesn't tear down the entire organization.
Yeah, but they only right. Okay.
Yeah, it's just protection against it's organizational protection. It's
Yeah.
pretty
It's a good idea.
traditional sleeper cell.
It's spy
Structure.
stuff that Eric knows all about.
I know enough about to not be surprised by this type of structure. That's all.
I have read enough on the subject matter by
He's like,
way of.
Call me Sherlock.
Okay, Sherlock.
Again, from Yukiri's narration, we understand that there are only 200 Aes Sedai in the tower, and that leaves the tower feeling pretty vacant, which we've known about for a while. But
Yeah, we've talked about that, but who knows how many number of them there are in general at this point?
I wonder how many Black Sisters there are.
Yeah, very good question.
13? No, there's I think
There's
we
definitely
actually,
at least 13.
yeah, it's definitely at
gotta
least
say
it's
that.
probably more.
Yeah,
Probably more.
probably considerably higher.
13 squared or
Right, cubed.
yeah, cubed.
again, like we know that these Aes Sedai are about to be at war, and it just gives you a sense of outside of the structure of Tar Valon in and of itself, which is a major factor. There aren't a lot of women here to defend this tower. Granted, they're all very powerful.
Yeah.
But
well, do you think it's because Elida has
Elida
just been kicking them out because she's like,
well,
I don't
they
like
left
the way
with
you
the
looked
split
at
of
me.
the tower. And yeah,
Well, I know
Elida
that
is
they did
punishing
that.
people and sending them off to farms too.
I feel like she probably is just continually doing that every day.
Probably.
penance
galore.
Well, if she is, she needs to stop. She's not going to have many more Aes Sedai to defend the tower.
Not only that, but if you've got that, and then you got Black Sisters amongst those people also, and then you got the Tower 2 that's coming after you with Black Sisters in there.
This
also.
is a mess.
Like there's
a lot.
It's a huge mess. But so you think? Do you think that? Well, it's Yukiri is obviously wanting to step this up to be looking into Elida. But I don't think either of you think that she's a Black Friend.
I really, really want her to be, and I don't think she is. I think she's
Elida.
Elida is the worst human in the world that is still somehow not a dark friend.
Yeah, Elida is evidence that there is a difference between being a terrible person and a dark friend, that they aren't mutually inclusive.
Yeah, she's just horrible as a human.
Yeah. She's just an awful person. Eventually,
Yukiri, it seems like, is thinking that she's going to be a dark friend.
Well, she gives every indication that she should be.
Right, but remember that one of the Aes Sedai that they've captured and questioned has insisted Elida is not a dark friend.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that.
Yeah,
evidence.
I think they're all a little disappointed that she's not, but
confounded at the very least. Eventually, Yukiri commands Maidani to resume the friendship she had with Elida before the current Amerlin was raised to accepted. We also learned during
I love this spot because it's just like, hey, remember when you were buddies? No, not really.
Well, remember
I remember it.
We never really got along all that.
I didn't really like her all that much. No,
you were
did.
really close.
Right.
Are you sure?
I remember.
Sure.
I remember you being really close. It's more like hey, remember when you guys were really close? Yeah, that we were teenagers. That was a long time ago. I was a different. Yeah, I know all that, but like, remember when you were really close? You were really close, right?
That day's today.
Yes, we were.
So I don't think it'd be a big deal if you went on over and said
hello and
let's be best friends.
Right? Yeah.
Tell me everything about you.
Yeah. Well, that would be really odd. No, it wouldn't.
Do you have any secrets?
And on top of that, I don't even know how I would begin that friend. Oh, you just walk up to her and you just say, like, hey, remember me? We were kids together.
Yeah, we were kids together.
I just ripped that out of Robin Hood. The animated Robin Hood.
I know. It's great. We were kids together.
So Yukiri commands Maidani to resume this friendship she had with Elida. We also learned during the exchange that Alviarin has left the tower and has taken a change of clothes with her, probably indicating she's going to be gone for a while.
I mean, she's all probably murdering someone, so who knows?
Well, it also means that Elida is now running the tower without the old dark friend just kind of in there mucking things up.
Do you know why? Because the dark friend was like, my
business here is done.
You're awful to be around.
She's like, even me, who is murderously evil, can't stand to be around you.
I've just been
troll.
here taking notes, and I just set all those notes on fire. You suck. I'm leaving.
It's been about 2 months since Elida has given Ciane her task of hunting down Alviarin, and 2 weeks since she was discovered by the Aja hunters. Ciane then appears and tells Yukiri she has figured out all the replacement sitters were selected by Aja heads. And that is way out of the norm.
Okay. Can we go over this structure?
Yes.
In as much as what we know, which is not a lot.
Well, we do.
Like you walked me through before.
Yes, right, yes.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So first of all, we know that the Aja heads and the head sitter or the are not typically the same person, because the Ajas are so secretive. They don't usually like having the head of the Aja in amongst the sitters. So the Aja head is typically what the Aja head typically does with regard to the sitters is appointments chosen democratically.
Okay.
But what Cian has discovered here is that the Aja heads have taken all of the Aja heads have taken direct control of appointing the sitters, which is
they're all
highly
talking together.
unusual.
There's
they're
some
all
sort of
talking
cabal
together.
going on.
Yeah, they're all getting together and talking, or they're just sending pigeon back and forth. It doesn't.
Well, that's still a form of talking.
Yes.
I mean,
right.
we don't really know. All we know is that there's something unusual going on, and we don't know why.
Well, there are two unusual things here. So the first thing that's strange is that the Aja head would take direct control of sitter appointment. And then the second weird thing is they're all doing it, which can't be a coincidence.
Collusion.
Right.
This sounds like a coup.
Collusion amongst the Aja heads, which is also super unusual since the Aja heads don't know who each other are.
And the Ajas all don't get along.
And the Ajas usually do not cooperate in this manner. So
is the red included in this?
Well,
yes.
I'll tell you who is not. The blue. Because
because they're not
there.
They're not in the tower, so they couldn't participate in this even if they wanted to.
So the red is included. So that means that it's not any good for
anybody.
Do you think that this is going to be a move against Elida?
That's the only thing that I could possibly think it could be. What else could it be?
Yeah.
But they all voted to get Elida in.
Well, originally, and then she started acting the way she's been she's been terrible. She's been objectively an awful Amyrlin.
I have no sympathy
I just feel
for
like
any of these people. They have chosen their ruler who has pooped on them.
What Swan did was also against Tower law.
It didn't do this, though.
No, there's a difference between breaking Tower law and ruling the Tower incredibly and effectively.
As a despot.
The reason I asked about the red is because I would just be surprised by them moving against her.
Because
how is she in any way not benefiting the red?
The only caveat I see to the red doing that is if indeed every single one of these Aja heads is of the black Aja.
Well, also remember, Katrine Alrudin is the head of the red Aja, and we know she's black Aja.
So then are all of these dark friends?
But then
is
why
it
would
possible
she care?
that all of the Aja heads are black Aja? That's possible.
It's possible.
But why would she care that Elida, even if she is that, why would she care that Elida, how is that anything wrong with her? Why is that going poorly for her?
In what way would Elida be messing things up for the Reds or anybody else who are dark friends if she wasn't one?
Inefficient management.
A lot of ways, because
yes.
even if she's doing things still, she's not a dark friend as far as we know.
No.
So they're going to have their own plans independently of her. And maybe she is doing things that is not furthering their plans, even though she's a miserable human being.
But she's obviously destroying the tower, which is what they've always dreamed of doing.
Except maybe they have other plans.
There are two people that are destroying the tower. It's not just her. It's also Alviarin.
Well, Alviarin,
right?
Working in a different fashion.
A lot of the destruction in the tower is actually the result of Alviarin. Then we have Elida's selfishness on top of that.
Elida is destroying the morale of the tower. What's-her-face is destroying the tower itself.
I think Alviarin is doing both. I think Alviarin is the reason why all of the different Ajas are at each other's throats is because of Alviarin. What Elida is doing is operating incredibly selfishly and despotically by punishing people, heads of Ajas, indiscriminately and constantly. So you've got two different forces working, to bring down the tower.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense because they're kind of like, okay, we can't really control you at this point because you're just bonkers. So let's get rid of her. Okay. Because I don't know what else it would be other than going after Rand some weird way, but they're already doing that.
Right. So that's the other thing is that's the only conclusion that I can reach given the information that we have so far. That doesn't mean that that's in fact what's going on. I'm not 100% confident that the reason that they're communicating with each other is due to trying to depose Elida. It's just my Occam's razor at this point.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So then we jump to Gawain and the younglings who have occupied a small farm in the town of Dorland on the east side of Tar Valon and on the other side of the River Erin.
It's so nice to see Gawain again.
No, it's not.
They've been caught by the winter suddenly. While Yukiri believes the Aes Sedai rebel army to be wintering in Murundi, Gawain has seen them appear in a sudden snowstorm to occupy both sides of the river. So they're trapped in Dorland because this snowstorm appeared out of nowhere, and now they can't travel outside of the city very, very effectively. And it seems like in the same snowstorm, all of a sudden he looked up, and this Aes Sedai army was on both sides of the river.
Yeah.
Poof.
Hey, have we ever been to Dorland before?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
We've never been to Dorland.
So, and we know that Egwene used traveling to help the army travel. So it is totally possible that they did suddenly, just appear out of nowhere in the middle of this snowstorm.
She is full of surprises, that one.
So
okay.
This siege army means that Gawain's not going to be able to travel south to Camelin to join his sister, which is what his original plan was.
Which I feel bad for Elaine.
I think his original plan is kill Rand.
That's his ongoing, continual plan.
But his original plan is to go be what he's supposed to be to his sister.
Yeah.
The sword.
Right.
The
sword dude.
Sword.
So then, the sloth brother.
Gawain goes to meet Caitrian Elrudin, who we last knew had escaped from the detainment of the Aiel, and Tarnafir, who met with the rebel Aes Sedai in Saladar and has more to report to Elida. So they're both here in Dorland.
Tarnafir, I did not remember.
The two have only arrived in the last 2 days and added to the total of 11 Aes Sedai encamped with the younglings.
Not a good number.
Nope.
11?
Too close to something else.
It's too many, close to 13.
Well, I mean, fortunately, Gawain's used to having a lot of Aes Sedai around.
I wish they'd stab him.
In the middle of the night, those two have been joined by Narnwyn Barda, who we know from the Fires of Heaven, Chapter 10, when Nynaeve and Elaine were captured by the seamstress Rhonda McCura and questioned her, is the head of the Yellow's Eyes and Ears, because this is who those two were reporting to.
I remember that.
I didn't remember it was her, but I remember the incident.
Yeah. That's exactly the right description that I remember, Dave.
Too many names.
I remember the location and what happened.
Yeah, right. That's good enough. And we also know that she's Black Aja.
Narwyn is?
Yes, because this is why she was telling Mikura to capture these two in the first place.
So she's Black Aja, and so is Caitrian Elrudin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do they each know each other is? Probably not.
Don't know.
They're probably isolated.
No, because they only know one other.
Yeah, well, that might be the one other, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
Caitrian has refused to tell the other Aes Sedai what happened to her at Dumai's Wells or where she's been.
Dumai's Wells keeps getting brought up.
It's an important landmark event. It's like the Red Wedding.
Yeah, it's a turning point for sure.
If you weren't there, you weren't nobody.
Right.
She's desperate to use Narnwyn's knowledge of a nearby fishing village and their ferry to allow her to cross the River Erin and enter Tar Valon to deliver her news.
So who's she desperate to get back to?
Well, she's delivering news to Elida. She's got news about
what
happened with Rand.
She's black, though, so I think there's something more there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because we know one of whoever it is in the tower. That she probably has.
Oh, we know there's a bunch of Black Aja in the tower.
No, not the Black Aja. One of the Forsaken is in there.
Oh, right, sure.
Oh, yeah, but I feel like the communication in the Black Ops it isn't moving that fast.
Well,
because
but
no one knows
remember,
who's who.
Tarna is one
It's
of
the
the
Adam.
group that
It's the
was
pigeons.
that was sent out to capture Rand. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Elida still hasn't gotten this news.
Okay.
This incredibly pivotal, critical news that we've all been operating with knowledge of for
a while.
2 books. Elida doesn't
that's
have
not
yet.
come back to her.
No, Tarna is trying to deliver that information.
Wow. Well, I mean, that just goes to show how little time has passed.
It also goes to show how news travels. I mean, and
Right.
what the sudden onset of this winter has done to the way that news travels.
True. It's hard getting through.
Yes, it's hard for pigeons to fly in snow-covered skies.
That's hard to just, walk
Well, pigeons
in the sky. It's
don't
hard to walk
walk.
in the sky
Right.
in
Yes,
general.
sure. Yeah, it is.
I have a question for you. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Because I never have.
And neither have I.
Maybe pigeons are only born full grown.
It's entirely possible.
I've never seen a child pigeon. I've only ever seen a big
They're
old.
hanging out in their
Maybe
nests.
they are not right. Yes, exactly.
Anyhow.
Gawain has observed that Katrine and Tarna do not get along. So even though we know that these two are both dark friends, they don't get along with each other.
When do they ever? What dark friend
Right.
has gotten along with another friend, a dark friend?
Yeah. Narnwin then tells Katrine and Tarna that she's there to take command from Kovarla, who was the head of the Aes Sedai in Dorland before Tarna or Katrine arrived. Katrine
Okay.
then agrees that Tarna can follow her and says she will head to find the fishing village and the boat that it must have to allow her to cross the river and reach the tower. So she's about to head out into a snowstorm and try to cross the incredibly dangerous river all on her own.
Good.
She really wanted to find that fishing village.
Well, she got,
got-
as we've discussed, she has really, really important news to deliver.
She's got big news to tell.
I don't know what
Do we
that
think
news
she's
is.
going to make it across the
we
river?
just talked through it. It's the fact that
Yeah, we did.
Rand has been captured and freed and then kicked a bunch of Aes Sedai butt at Dumai's Wells.
But she already knows this. They already
No.
know this has happened. This has
No,
been
we don't.
some time.
Yes, it has. That is true, but they don't know that it's happened.
I feel like there was
Eric
a
is
report
saying that they
Alviarin
don't.
read. Yes, they know this because that's what Alviarin was holding over Elida's head, and that's how she got control over her. They already know this.
No, what she was holding over, what Alviarin was holding
The
over
sisters
Elida's
being
head was
sent
that she
to-
sent the sisters to the Black Tower to
But
die.
that happened even after Dumai's Wells, so
It
they
did, but that-
have to know this.
No, they don't. No, this is the news that Tarna is bringing. Now,
I think that is the news
So-
she's
so
bringing,
first
but
of
I
all,
think they
it
already
is-
know.
it is possible that Elida knows, but Tarna doesn't know that, and her news is dire.
Yeah.
So this is
Do you
why
think
she's
she's
so
gonna
desperate
make
to get
it?
across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do, because I don't think Elida knows
Because
about this,
evil
and I
never
think this
dies,
is how
Adam.
she is going to get to know. So I think
Well,
plot
is
wise,
Elida
it's
even going to
important.
be around? I guess you got to have Elida be around a little longer, but I feel like Elida ain't long for this.
As she departs, Tarna offhandedly informs Gawain that Egwene is with the rebel Aes Sedai in
Hmm.
Well.
Tarna tells Gawain that Elaine will be safe from retribution as she's accepted and can no longer be chosen. She can't be punished for some of the things she did. So she's mentioning to Gawain is asking Narwin news of Elaine, and he tells Gawain about Elaine, that Elaine was with the rebels when she last saw her.
Okay.
So she hasn't
All right.
seen her in some time.
Yeah.
So she's out
Oh,
of
wow.
date with the news
Okay.
that Elaine is
Right.
now actually in Camelin.
Right. And that,
And maybe ruling the entire city.
that
Kind of
comforts
important.
Gawain, but it's, to your point, it's massively dated.
Way outdated. Yeah.
Again, this is what the winter is doing. After the exit
It's
of
a winter of
Katrine and
discontent.
Tarna, Gawain asks Snarenwin what Elida wants of him,
Indeed.
which of course he's concerned about because he's pretty sure she's trying to have him killed.
She is.
So,
And the only reason I now want Gawain to live is to stick it to Elida.
well, but Gawain's
Well,
not going
that's
back
true.
to Tarvalon. He is trying
No,
to
he's
make
trying
his way to
get
Camelin.
Yeah. To be the sword, whatever.
Speaking of Camelin, we join Davram Bashir and Bale, who are just outside of the walls of Camelin and observe an army that has besieged the city in the last 2 days. Bashir is surprised to see the banners supporting Elenya, Sarandand, Nayan, and Aron all mixed in with this army, seeming to support Aramilla Marne's claim to the Rose Crown and the Lion Throne.
I was also surprised by this because that's just a bunch of stuff I don't know about.
Right.
These banners.
It's new information to me. Yeah.
Well, we know these different families. They've been mentioned in and around Camelin. But the last two, Elenya, Sarandon, and Nayan Aron, were recent claimants themselves to the Rose Crown. So it's surprising to see them having joined forces together. Bashir and the Legion of the Dragon are simply here to observe, since any involvement on their part could cost Elaine support, which we're already aware of, for the throne of Andor. Bashir is aware of the arrival of Tenobia and her borderland cohort, some 50 leagues north of them. And Bashir is certain that in addition to this army's stated goal, Tenobia wants him dead.
How many people does Tenobia want dead?
Yes, this seems to be a common theme with Tenobia.
I shall have your head.
She's an emotional creature.
That's how you just. How emotional are you?
Some people might use the word fiery. She's fiery, which is another way of saying she talks without thinking and says things she probably shouldn't in polite company.
Here's how emotionally charged I am. I asked for 2 people to be killed last week,
and none of them were. What are you going to do about it?
And yeah. And by the way, it didn't happen.
Right.
So
and you know what happened?
What do you think's going to happen?
I ran into them while I was getting my Starbucks. It was very awkward and uncomfortable for me. And you know whose fault that is? You. So now I'm going to hire somebody to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. And 5 other people too. I am just blown away by the fact that this is the prologue for this book, because I have no idea, really. I guess from the prologue, we kind of have assumptions of what's going to happen, but this is a lot to draw out. There are a lot of big battles.
I don't want to summarize here, but that is what this prologue is doing. Really, it's the politics. It's all the different politics that are going on the continent, and all of the different forces that are responsible for these politics and where they're located. So there's a lot to cover. So then we join Samitsu in Cairien. Cat Swain has left her in charge a week past. Dobrain seems to be doing well as the steward of the city, and the rumors that Rand is headed to the tower to submit to Aes Sedai rule has made the city even more docile over these last few weeks. So the two are in conversation with Sashal regarding House Riatan's desire for the Lady Aelil to take the lead, and her desire for approval from the White Tower. Samitsu won't give the Tower's blessing because she was one of the last people to see Torum Riatan run off into the killer fog, and there's the possibility he's still alive. So she's loath to give the White Tower's blessing to a change in regime, essentially, because there's a possibility that Torum Riatan is still alive. She also doesn't want to involve the Tower in a rebellion against Rand.
Torum is dead.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, she doesn't know that.
No, she doesn't know that. Sashal says Lady Aelil will support Elaine for the Sun Throne, as Rand wishes, and she'll therefore give her the Tower recognition she wants.
Yeah. It's a good time for her.
Cat Swain has traveled with some of Rand's sworn Aes Sedai and then sent Alana back to take more. But Samitsu still resides with 18 of the 31 Aes Sedai that are with Rand.
That's a bigger number than 13.
Also a bigger number than 11.
About before. Yes, as we were talking about before.
Yes. The Wise Ones seem to treat Sashal, Ergain, and Ronela differently than the rest of the Dragon Sworn Aes Sedai. Samitsu doesn't know why, and Samitsu also lets us know that Cat Swain seems every bit as cunning to her as Shea-Tan, which not really news.
Yeah. I mean,
it's good to know that there's somebody on this side that can match wits with the other.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, that it's not news, because we kind of understand this about her. But to have someone that is actually saying that about someone, like actually maybe meeting Shaitan.
What meeting
and comparing?
Why is that even?
Well, I mean,
right. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Knowing how cunning that person, that being would be, and saying this one is also, that's nuts.
It's reassuring, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm hearing no.
I mean, Cat Swain is still a bit of a mystery to me, I suppose.
I guess it's only reassuring if you assume that she's on the side of good, which I assume she is.
Right. I think she has to be.
And remember, at the end of the last book, there was an agreement between she and Rand that he would listen to her.
Absolutely.
So to have somebody who can be that organized, and
I don't know, but Rand isn't the best judge of character, as we've established.
Well, but we are as readers. So how?
Yes.
Some of us maybe. So I mean, it comes down to, where you've landed with Cat Swain, which has been a journey. Because we've gone through several iterations of that.
Yeah, she was she cracked that whip.
I don't think that's changed. Do you?
No, that hasn't changed. But I think what is changed is that our perception of, oh wait, this is actually resulting in, I can trust her a little bit more, I suppose. I feel like I trust her, that she is good, but.
Well, remember also there can be a difference between your perception of her and Rand's perception of her.
Well, I don't trust Rand's perception of.
Right. But I think that as readers, our perception of her has matured. It's just a comparison of two different highly involved plans, right? Because what we've witnessed up to this point is that Shaitan has levels of possibilities as part of this plot structure. And so you have certain plots which are designed to fail, and then you have other plots which are designed to pick up after the failure. And that level of complexity is not something that one would ascribe to a 22-year-old boy, right, in Rand.
Is that how old he is now?
So, 21 or 22.
Yeah.
So to have a much more mature character in the person of Cat Swain to be able to provide Rand with advice with that level of complexity is super important. He's well thought out in the politics that he's engaged in, but I don't know that he has the level of strategy that Cat Swain or Shaitan demonstrates.
No, he doesn't, because he stopped reading those books.
We don't know that. We don't know that he's
reading
stopped.
the books anymore.
Well,
there's no
mention. He
mention.
seems to be doing better when he read the books, but then he's also surrounded by Cat Swain, who he doesn't exactly listen to, who he's supposed to be listening to. And we know he needs, if he doesn't listen to, all sorts of bad things are going to happen. The wheels are going to fall off the train.
Well, yeah, Eric said that in the last book that they made the agreement that Rand's just going to be
he's supposed to listen, but we all know Rand doesn't exactly.
So it's good. It's good for Rand to have somebody on his side who is as cunning as Shaitan is. And even though we're nervous about the designs that Cat Swain has on Rand.
Did you just say it's good for Rand to have someone who's on his side who is as cunning as Shaitan is?
Yes.
I mean, that makes sense.
For a second, I thought you were saying Shaitan's on his side, and it's good that he has him, and he's cunning.
No, hey buddy, I'm going to kill you. We've been through our times.
Now let's hug it out.
That is sort of what Shaitan is like. He wants Rand to come and join him.
A fort. If they just built a fort together,
a tree house,
maybe it'd be good.
Yeah.
A birdhouse in your soul. Yeah. All right, so the Keeper of the Keys then enters and informs them that an Ogier and a young man were having a meal in the kitchen. The two are looking for masonry work in the city.
Who isn't?
And that's odd because it's been forever since an Ogier worked in the city from studying Sofu.
Eric with his sledgehammer hands could do mason work.
They couldn't afford to send any more masons to repair the damaged tower for quite some time, according to the Sofu leadership. So
That's
Sabala,
like tofu, but a little different.
yes, Sabala dismisses the head servant before Samitsu can get to the bottom of the situation, leaving Samitsu seething at the prospect of now losing control of the palace Cad Swain has put her in charge of.
Just saying that head servant was dressed nice.
Nicely.
I mean, they're all dressed nicely. They're all dressed nicely. But
they've got coin.
In my mind, she looked great.
Before Seishala leads them out to see this oddity they have just heard about, Samitsu realizes why she has been discomfited by Seishala. The formerly stilled Aes Sedai now shows age on her face, and it's years younger than her chronological age.
That sounds familiar. We've seen this before, literally.
Weird.
Samitsu recalls a rumor that stilled Aes Sedai became much younger, and we've seen evidence of this already with Swan.
It would be strange, though. It reminds me of seeing a Jerusalem beetle for the first time in Santa Monica.
No, even not seeing it and hearing you describe that to me is terrifying. This is strange, not terrifying.
This is terrifying to her, though. It is terrifying.
How did a
She's never seen this before.
beetle get compared with this woman's face?
Because it's something they've never seen before.
But they've heard of it.
It's so bizarre.
Well, some of them have.
But they do.
No.
And they're the ones
some
writing
of them
it off.
Have. Well,
not a Jerusalem beetle, just a very young looking Aes Sedai.
Cricket.
The Ogier and young man, of course, are Loyal and Carlton Manfor, who Loyal said he was going to visit Stedding with back in
Wait
Crown
a second,
of Swords,
though.
Chapter 27.
Eric, Loyal is just going by Underhill at this point. That's really
Overhill and Underhill.
Right, yes.
Right? What the heck?
In another massive departure from Lord of the Rings.
What? This is so weird to me.
Well, so to be fair, I have run into the name Underhill in other
just going
other
to your local
legends.
pub. You're just local pub.
Yeah, just pubbing it up, dumping,
pubbing it up,
pub thumping.
Is that what pub is?
That's tub thumping. No,
It's
that's
not
tub
pub
thumping. Samitsu allays Carlton's fears for Rand's sanity and tells him that Fedwin Moore was poisoned. So we get once more another reference to the poisoning of poor Fedwin Moore.
Fedwin.
She also tells...
Well, Fedwin wasn't really just... I mean, he was basically euthanized. He wasn't really just poisoned. I mean, he was...
Yeah, he's dead.
He was put out of everyone's misery. Everyone's soon-to-be misery.
She also tells Manor that
miserable.
Rand's tower was destroyed by Saidin. And this doesn't seem to surprise Carlton, but leads him to concern for his personal safety. Loyal tells Carlton that they need to keep searching for Rand to inform him they performed his task, which we are not privy to.
We need to hear from Carlton about how happy he is that the taint is cleansed. Like, he should be dancing a jig right now.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he's already had that moment, though, and has just now come to grips with it.
We missed the jigging.
Yes.
Although... I mean, maybe it's like seeing an Aes Sedai's face when it doesn't look the same. Maybe he's like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
Is this
Probably
real?"
It's like the experience of a Jerusalem beetle that never quite leaves you.
Or pub thumping.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, pub thumping leaves you quickly.
Oh, well.
Before Samitsu
You haven't had enough pubs.
Before Samitsu can start to question the pair, a serving woman comes running in to inform them that Lord Dobrain has been murdered. Murdered, you say?
Yep. Murdered by pirates is good. There it was, Adam.
Murdered.
Murdered.
Murder's in the room. Murder's in the jungle.
There's been a murder.
They rush to the steward's
Murder?
side,
Did
and
you say
Samitsu
murder?
finds him
I didn't
with
say murder.
just enough life to risk healing in a manner similar to what she's seen Dahmer Flynn perform. She then sends the man to be tended to in his bed.
The man, otherwise known as Dobrain?
Otherwise known as Lord Dobrain.
Not a minor character. We're just going to call him the man.
he is the man there in Ilion.
Dobrain.
Right. We're just calling him the man.
We're talking about the man.
Who the man?
While searching
man.
a few of the dead
You know
men
what?
around.
Maybe Dobrain just wants to be referred to as the man.
Well, from now on, he's going to have to
This
be.
is what I'm saying. While
I'm the man.
searching a
I'm
few
the
of the
man.
dead men around Dobrain, Carlton has found a note from
Great anthrax,
Dobrain
so.
to the dead servants, giving them leave to search his room for certain items they were to remove. The Aes Sedai take the note and easily identify the note as a good forgery given the situation. Loyal mentions something to Carlton which demonstrates he has a clear idea of what these thieves were looking for and is very worried they found it. Sibel tells Carlton he will tell her what the items are, and we are about to have an Aes Sedai Ashaman standoff when Rosara Madrano rushes in and tells them that several Aes Sedai are on their way to the palace with Logain.
Oh boy.
How many? Do you think it's 13?
Several. More than a
12?
few and less than a dozen.
Well, if it's Logain, Logain's approaching, so he's in control. So I guarantee you
love
it's
him.
not 13. Well, it wouldn't
Yeah,
matter
I do
because he's
love
got
him.
them all shielded anyhow.
What do we
Oh,
think?
and the
What do we
tape's
think
gone.
these thieves were in search of? Is it the seals, or is it a seal?
I hope not. We
It's
haven't
the
heard
seals,
about
right?
the seal.
It's got to be a seal. A seal.
It kind
not
of
the
has
seals.
a loose seal.
Ball?
Yes.
Um,
No, just
yeah,
a guitar.
no, it kind of. I haven't,
Oh, nice.
we haven't seen them for a bit, which is kind of nice because they were all discovered really fast.
Well,
It seemed like you
no,
were finding a seal every
We're-
6 months.
We're 7. Well, yes. Well,
It was.
I mean, remember we're just halfway through the series now, and it's taken.
I know that we are now, but I don't.
for all the seals.
I don't
to
Why
show
would we
up.
suspect that the seals are coming with Logain?
No. The thieves were in Dobrain's room,
Oh,
rummaging around looking for something.
looking for stuff.
Right.
I thought you were saying
I'm
Logain was
hypothesis-
bringing the
And
seals.
stabbing.
No, I'm
Not only that,
hypothesizing
also
what they were
stabbing.
looking for.
Why would Logain? I don't know that Rand would keep the seals with Logain though. They
No,
might think
again,
that.
Dobrain, not Logain.
That too.
Okay, I
They
just wanted-
rhyme. It's another one of
They
these
do.
names. that
Dobrain
sounds
and
similar.
Dobrand's
Just-
wife got stabbed.
I don't want Dobrain to die. I
What
like
else
that
would
guy.
he have?
Remember
That's
that?
the only thing I can think of. It's not because
Plans within
it's not
plans.
because
Secrets.
it's not because I have any reason to believe he has a seal. I just can't
Flames.
think of anything else.
Flames in the side of my
I-
face.
That's a really good guess. And
I don't
how
know
many
if
do
it's
we
a
have
good
left?
guess or not. It's just a guess.
Well,
I don't think we have many left at this point.
I think it'd
Maybe
be
it's
slightly
some-
problematic to give a guy the seals who doesn't have the power to defend the
So,
seals.
Remember
But
that Carlton
I feel like that's happened.
and
often.
Loyal,
Power.
Carlton
Aes
and
Sedai,
Loyal
no.
probably know what it is he has. So it's got to be something that Rand gave them. I just think that Rand gave him a seal. And
Or
Loyal
it could be
and
a,
Carlton
or it
know
could
about
be a little like the monk that you put in your pocket.
I think it was actually an otter.
It's not going to be an object of power. What would he be able to do with that? He can't
I
channel.
threw that out there. No one.
You said otter?
Yeah, a seal, an otter.
Another. It's a member of the
What's
ferret
that?
family,
There we
Adam.
go.
They do love
The weasel
each other.
family. Sorry, not the ferret family. The weasel
Well,
family.
I
They
mean,
like
a
their water.
seal's not a seal's not a member of that.
Might be.
I don't think it is.
No, not at all.
It might be.
Okay,
It
Ranger
absolutely
You know
makes
what?
sense.
You
No.
proved me wrong the other day. This is not the time to bring it up. You could be right. You could be right. It's a mammal.
you.
Though. They are
Right.
mammals.
Prove
Yeah, of
you
course
wrong.
it is.
wrong.
Get on it.
So that wraps up the prologue. We've had another super exciting prologue.
Super
This
exciting.
one also super lengthy.
Super lengthy.
Not exactly
It was
brief.
no briefs.
Thick. It was thick.
You're down with the thickness.
Get out down with the thickness.
So, Dave, what shook your willow?
Well,
So for me, it was kind of a guilty pleasure because there was the division amongst Tower 1 people. You know, they didn't seem to know what was, what was necessarily going on in terms of, well, I want to get back to the tower, and you got to let me know who your little fisherwoman man person is who can get me across the river and to get my plans back across to Elida.
So you're
And maybe
talking
she-
about the confrontation in Dorland,
Yes, in Dorland, where it's kind of like Dorland, right?
not Dwalin or
Dwalin.
Balin.
Not Dwalin or Ballin, no, or Keely or Feely. It's also even better because two of them are red, or two of them are reds,
Right.
and two of them are blacks, and so they're getting conflicting.
Well, we have a power struggle, right?
Power struggle, Riggs. Thank you. Yes, power struggle going on, and then it's got to get back to the Witch Queen Elida, in the tower eventually, which it may or may not. I don't know.
I think it's going to.
It probably is. I wish it wouldn't. Maybe they'd all drown in the river across the boat, and our lives would be the better for it. But that doesn't seem to work. So
the river does seem to be
right.
a flowing.
So that was mine.
This is a major moment here in this little tiny town because we have these two incredibly important women who butt heads with each other here.
Mm-hmm.
And from what we understand of the political structures of the Black Aja up to this point, it is totally possible that neither of these women are aware that they are part of the same political alignment. Right.
The axis of evil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, right, yeah, and they also are really important in their own rights. So they are definitely at loggerheads in this tiny inn in this little tiny town that's snowed in. It very much reminds me of the Hateful Eight.
Right, it's a powder keg just waiting to explode. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great setting. It is a great setting for this little minor confrontation.
And throw in everyone's at least favorite Trakand into the mix with Gowan in there. It's kind of yeah. Who's
also trapped there.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
That was my Willow.
Mine was Davram Bashir's fierce love for his wife, which we've gotten prior to this. I think we have an understanding of that domestic relationship, but because of the nature of Saldaean sexual politics, where the female tends to seem to be dominant, but the marriage is a constant battle for dominance, where the woman expects the man to constantly confront her and challenge her. And vice versa. To be able to have a window into this relationship where the confrontations are fierce, but the passions are also equally fierce was really, as the Italians say, was really rewarding. It was just great to see that, like, you can have argumentation and mild physical altercations.
I don't know if it's
slapping
mild.
Slap. Yeah. I mean, she's slapping him around. And yet still, like,
Eric's like, just slapping face.
That there's still some equality here, and more importantly, just a fierce appreciation and desire for one another.
Yeah, he loves his wife.
I think they just both really want one another.
It is nice.
It's fantastic.
It is nice.
And we don't get those insights
Beautiful.
into this relationship all that often.
That isn't it. You know what? It's like a really nice, like, healthy relationship between a
healthy's an interesting choice of words.
Or a couple
this is,
that we actually.
I don't know if this would be what my model of marriage, but
I mean. No, but in terms of their in terms of their culture,
this incredibly strange culture,
and they seem to
works.
But they seem to be well paired for one another. And how many of those relationships have we seen that are well paired?
Right.
In
Yes.
this
This
series?
is one
Not
of
many.
the two enjoyable relationships in this book.
It's great. I think.
All right,
it's a
Adam, who you got?
choice.
What do you got?
My Willow is that what Valda smelled, I feel like might be Podden Fane, and we all talked about it. We all talked about it earlier, but I feel like that guy's got a stank on him, and he could,
they're all
and he
evil,
could zip and he
so
could
it's
zop,
kind of
and he
like-
could just get right out of there.
So would you let's say it's if our choice is between Podden and a golem, which do you prefer?
And a golem?
Yeah, I think so.
Which would you prefer for what?
Golem.
Anything.
Okay.
Because Podden Fade is
I mean,
like my
anything.
number one.
Any
I mean,
bad
if
guy
I
in
just
the
want
book.
pure destruction, I'm going with Podden Fane. I don't.
Oh, golem
There's
can't
nothing
die.
else to get.
Yeah.
utter chaos.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, yeah,
I'll take him
I feel,
and Heath Ledger.
No, it's so funny because we were talking about like Shade. We talk about Shades and him having all this influence in the world, but we never spend any
Pot
time
and
with him,
Fane?
ever.
Well, we haven't in a while. Oh, well,
Ever. No, Shayton.
We don't spend any time
We
with
never
the
spend
light
any-
either.
We don't even know what that is.
Right.
Well,
No.
we don't have any clue what that is. We spend a lot of time with folks that think that they know what the light is, but either way, this is talked about all the time about Shayton. But then we have Pod and Fane, who I feel like is actually the evil god that's going on.
He's
in
the
this world,
true Lord
because
of Chaos.
Anytime he shows up, it's
I'm a
horrible.
bad man.
Although he's failed quite a bit lately, I suppose. But I'm just worried that he's back.
Adam, who was your Coplin of the week?
Mm.
No, I'm not going first.
No.
No, I'm not going. I have to pull this up. I forgot.
Mine was
Well-
Davram. Mine was,
I
mine
got
was
mine. But
Eamon
yeah, go ahead.
Valda.
Okay, I'm like, you
Yeah,
can't
mine's
do that.
easy.
No. Mine was Eamon Valda. And his
Sorry, Eric.
wicked
If you wanna do
designs. Nope, too late.
All right, go ahead.
His wicked designs on Asanawa and anybody else that he doesn't like, he's just gonna kill.
Well, but why would you have a problem with him killing Asanawa?
It's not.
He's like the lesser of evils.
I don't have a problem with Asanawa dying. I have
Thank you.
a problem with him killing Asanawa.
I like that.
That's like
Okay.
That's like two
You just don't like
evil
him.
people looking at each other and going, "Maybe I can redeem myself by killing you." No,
Like I said,
you're
it's-
still evil,
It's the
dude.
lesser of evils.
I don't even
Literally.
think that they're thinking about redeeming.
No, he's
But
not.
isn't-
He's
isn't-
not at all.
Isn't
He's just a
Valda a
jerk.
dark friend? Or-
Yes,
Do we-
they both are.
Well, I don't know that we know that Asanawa is a dark friend. We just really, really
We
hate
just
him.
really suspect it.
We've assumed.
Yes.
Yeah. I
I think
assume
he's
that
just a
more than
sadist.
yeah, I assume that more than I assume.
I think
the
he's a
head of-
dark friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he.
Yeah.
I think he's like a what's her face in the tower.
I'll
He's-
tell you what he is. He's
Oh,
my
you do?
Coplin
That's
of the
what I was
week.
saying. I assume he's a dark friend more than Elida.
I think he's the male version of Elida. He's the same thing.
Okay. That's great if that's the case.
It's
Just a
possible.
bad
Weasel.
person. You're a bad person. Yeah.
Adam, who was
Yeah.
your Coplin of the week?
Gowan.
Gawain?
Fair.
Yeah.
I
Don't
tell
wanna
you what,
see him
man.
again.
If there's a character that needs to redeem himself and post haste, it is that douche rocket. Like, what is he doing?
I loved him at first.
I
Why
know,
are you
we
coming
all
up
did.
at first.
And
I
then he
know.
turned into to Perrin, wandering around, mopey, wants to kill Rand, doesn't understand what's going on, betrayed all his friends and his masters at the White Tower. Now he realizes he
Yep.
made the wrong choice, but he's still rolling with it because no one knows why. He just needs to run off to Elaine, and Elaine needs to like slap him around a few times and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, this whole family needs to get
I'm
together.
bearing this
That's
man's
true.
child. Get over it."
Yeah,
wait
I
till
will.
he
I
finds
will
out
say
by
this
him.
though. I'm not a big fan of doing this usually, but he's a really good literary device. Like it's great to
Sure.
have this turn for him because
Great, Eric. Thanks for describing to me what good writing is about.
Yeah.
I
I said I
claimed
don't normally do
shouldn't
this.
say.
I know.
You claimed I shouldn't say. I love it.
No,
just,
because
just so that
he
we
has
can
a great
stamp
literary
this
device,
moment in
but
time.
He sucks.
Eric
Yeah, he
said
sucks.
it. There it
Yes.
is.
Eric started
Stamped.
talking about
Stamped.
literary structure.
Yes.
He needs to go pound sand. I'm tired.
He
I'm tired
needs
of it.
he needs a story arc.
I
He
don't.
needs a character arc. Like
Yes.
he. But
That
just
means
imagine.
this is
he does have a
character arc.
character arc. His mom has
This is
died,
his
and he's
character
blaming
arc.
it on
He
Rand.
needs a
That's what-
reverse character arc.
You just
But
don't
Eric,
like
why?
it.
No,
why-
I don't.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Why are you even bringing that up? That doesn't even matter with what I'm saying. Sure, it's a character arc. He just sucks. at
I
this point
said
in
it.
his
Yeah,
character
no.
arc.
Yes.
He needs a reverse
I don't like
character
him either.
arc
He's
because I don't like
I don't
the arc
like him
he's
because
on.
he's being really sappy.
Ugh.
He's being
no, no.
extremely
He's no longer sappy.
this
That
lasting-
was when he was like
With-
knoodling
with
over
Elaine?
with Elaine.
Yeah,
Yes.
when
or
too many
not Elaine.
communities-
That's his sister.
No,
Egwene.
oh, not Elaine, please no.
Egwene.
Egwene.
No,
Once
no,
again,
no,
names
no.
that sound the same that
Yes.
confuse us.
Well, it's riddled through.
It's a literary
this
device.
book, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another literary device.
It's my turn. It's
Yes,
my
it's
turn.
your turn.
Mishrael.
Who?
That pompous.
Shamshrael?
That whatever you just said, Mishrael. That pompous Ashaman.
Yeah.
Don't like him. Don't
comes
care for his
strutting in,
namby-pamby attitude.
Talking to Rand. Yep.
Great. His attitude is the
I
worst.
imagine
oily.
he has a velvet cap and a giant ostrich feather coming
I
out
like
of it.
it. He's like a pimp with that hat.
Oily
Yeah,
is a great descriptor.
He's all smarmy.
He doesn't walk, he glides.
He's one of those guys who smiles all the time when he talks, like because he thinks it makes him look better looking. I'm a smiley guy.
Well, that's Galad, isn't it?
Galad is no longer smiling.
I like Galad.
Oh, well, that makes one of you.
That's two of us. I've always liked
I like
Galad.
Oh, man. No thanks.
Well, because
No,
he and I are
he's done
similarly
well.
wired, so I like
He's
him.
better than Gawain.
Yes. Well, and it used to be reversed, but it's not anymore.
I know.
Hey, with Galad, you always know what you're getting. Always.
Yeah, and what we know of Galad is that he's just had as a bunch of buddies at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Otherwise
people
known as the White
respect him.
Cloaks.
I'm not sure
Hey,
buddies
you know
is
what?
the right word.
You know what?
You know
They really respect him.
what?
All right.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Leveled up! Adam.
Eteralde. Because Eteralde.
Lord
Baby.
Eteralde.
I'm kidding.
I think this
dude.
is some of the only hope we have left at this point. And then also I thought that he was called the Wolf at one point.
Which he was not, as we discovered.
So
Which it was not.
You're leveled up because you accidentally attributed a name to him that he doesn't
The
possess.
grizzled
No,
wolf. Who
this
was
is
the
why he's
grizzled
leveling
wolf?
up to me. He's
Someone's the
perfectly
grizzled wolf.
positioned.
Who
He's
is it?
perfectly positioned
Hold
to
on.
should I like him or should I not? Because he has plans upon plans upon plans. And I
Yeah.
think he made some good moves by throwing out that white flag and then going up and meeting with all the other folks, and then he just won them over. So it's pretty good.
I like him. I like him as a new character in this book. Yeah, it's
The
the
I don't
grizzled
know if
wolf
I
is
trust him.
Hopper.
Oh, okay, that's not.
Hopper.
Yeah,
Hops. Extra hops in it.
it's he'll be a good new character, and Rand needs another good general.
You know what Rand
around
needs?
him.
Another hero.
He does need
No, we
another
don't
good
need
general.
another hero.
Because guess
I
what?
feel like Rand
What
does
Pa-
at this point because he's
Not enough.
not doing well.
Apparently Perrin's a good general, but who knows?
That's Matt.
That's Matt. Yeah, not Perrin. Well, no,
No,
Adam,
yeah, okay.
Perrin's a good
Yeah,
leader. I
Perrin
don't
is
know
a-
that
Yes.
Perrin's.
Perrin's a good leader.
He did demonstrate some pretty good strategy in that battle at Two Rivers, but he wasn't alone. He was using the Aiel
He was
also.
using-
to
Yeah, but he's still.
strategize.
I mean,
He did a
regardless, he's
passable
still,
job. He doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't think he's
past
one of the
generals in
great
his head.
generals.
No, that's Matt.
Matt is definitely
No,
one of the
that's
great.
definitely
Matt is
Matt,
like
but
all
he's
the
also
great
touched.
generals.
Right.
He's also touched.
He
and
holds his
has,
own.
Like
He is a good leader.
Yep.
Even though he doesn't know that
just
he
him
is.
being around changes time and space continuum.
Mine is Yukiri because
Okay,
her
Ooh.
search for the rebels, aka Dark Friends,
Not all the rebels.
the misadventure, the misinterpretation of Elida's
The
plans,
misadventures of the tower.
that she is in charge of, is going well. It's going well for her. Like she's succeeding in trying to find what she's looking for. It's just not what Elida wanted her to find.
Not only that, what she keeps finding isn't what she thinks she's going to keep finding. She keeps finding all this other stuff.
Well, she keeps. I mean, they keep finding Dark Friends.
Right.
I do feel like Yukiri and Adawan, their meeting in the hallway was like a meet cute for the ages. They don't want to be, making out with each other, but I thought maybe they did because
Okay,
one was just
so
scared
it's
of
not
the
like
other.
it's not a knerdlich scene. To wit, mine would be Samitsu. I mean, she saved O'Brien. He's the guy. He's the man. She saved him. She's done all sorts of interesting and curious
I
things
was
here.
sure he was dead
I mean,
when they go rushing. When
Yeah.
when the maid
Murdered.
comes
I didn't
in
say
screaming,
murder. You said
murder.
murder.
I was sure he
all the
was
blood.
dead.
All the blood.
Yeah.
I
Like,
thought so
literally all the
too.
blood. And she
Lots of blood.
she's the only one, maybe naive, maybe a little higher than her in healing, maybe not.
Yeah, I would think
They
so.
say she's the best at healing. Nynaeve might be the best at, I don't know. Maybe it's a coin toss. But
is Sumitsu the one that failed quote unquote healing Rand?
well, you needed a Dom or Flynn for that because Dahmer did stuff that no one else has ever done
Right,
before.
but she
Well,
still
she couldn't
feels
heal the
guilt.
wound
She
that
felt-
won't be healed. Right.
Because that one
Yeah,
will
she
never
felt
be
the
healed.
guilt
Right.
from it, and she shouldn't feel the guilt from that. That's like
She should not. But perfection is perfection. So
Right.
you
And
know.
she is
true.
she's
is a perfectionist and good at it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's.
She
I mean,
good at
she was leveling up with her skills that she already had, and then she just added a +1.
So we started our new season.
I like her spicy
and our
attitude.
10th book.
Spicy.
Our 10th book.
10th book.
Join us for season 3, episode 2, when we
7
cover the first 6
yards?
chapters of Crossroads of Twilight. Until then, may you rest in the Creator's hand.
May you know good hunting, young bull, and cheese to give you many a cub.
Tovia, and I said Tovia's again.
Thanks for making that creepy.